Whoopsie daisy, rookie error. Just give me a second. Oh my gosh, that was a bad start to the show. Here we go. Hello, everybody. Sorry about that. Yeah, that was not a good start. The banner should have just come off then, but it didn't. Anyway, welcome back to Cooking the Haydens. I'm Car Boot Chris, and I'm a full-time reseller, selling bits and bobs online to make a profit to pay the bills, basically. And you'll notice straight away that it's just me tonight. It was up to about half an hour ago going to be me and Belle, but she's not feeling great, and she was like 50-50 as to whether she was going to come on or not. But she's had a busy weekend. We both have, and when that happens, it really does take it out of her. So we're moving later in a week's time. So she's going to conserve her energy, and she's actually having an early night. I think she's in bed already. She may be watching, I don't know, but I know she's not feeling great, so she just needs to go and get some rest. So anyway, I hope you're all okay. I hope you're going to be okay with just me on my own tonight. It's the last show before we move house, and then we'll be broadcasting from a new studio, which will be good. Or broom cupboard. This is more like a broom cupboard, actually. It's only small. I'm hoping, I can't remember 100%, but my new office come studio should be much better than this room, I'm hoping. Let's see who we've got in. We've got lots of stuff on tonight, though. First, we've got Joe Closet Geek coming on in a little while. He has kindly got a signed Ricky Hatton boxing glove to auction off, and all proceeds are going to go into the Lainey and Nick and Andrea fundraising campaign, the 90s fundraiser for the charity Mind. So he'll be coming on in a little while. We're going to auction that off, and then I'm going to open up the floodgates for anybody who wants to come on. It's a free-for-all. Anyone who wants to come on and have a chat, reselling or otherwise, you can talk about what you like. Yeah. Maybe we'll talk about this new show that's come out today, Bidding Wars. Have you watched it? Don't talk about it now. We'll talk about it in a minute, because otherwise I'll never catch up with the chat. Let's see who's come in. We've got Mr. Diggs is the first one in. He was in about 6:10. 6:10. Bloody hell, Mr. Diggs. That is early. We've got Leanne and Maximus. Dave Repairs has not had a good day by the sounds of it. Sorry to hear that, Dave. Hope things get a bit better. Night's Life is here. Richard, and we've got the Dave. And we've got Jeff and Ivy Julie Harvey. Who else have we got? Tori's in as well. Hi, Tori. What else do we have? Don Clark. Hi, Don. Here we go. Did anyone watch Bidding Wars? Not my cup of tea. Might get better. We'll have a chat about it in a bit. We might as well. Who else have we got? Shabba's in. Hi, Shabba. We've got 73 people in already. That's great. Thank you very much. Don't forget to hit the like button. If indeed there's any part of this show that you've even remotely enjoyed, you must hit that like button. Oliver Ian's here. Hi, Steve. Itchy nose time. There we go. Letter in the post or whatever it is. Hi, tea cakes. I'm going to try it. Helen B, Chop, Matt sells stuff, eBay gum. Good evening to everyone. Chris Tyler. Oh, tea cakes has not had a good experience here by the looks of it. This fella stitched me up. He knew it didn't work. Good job though, as only. Well, all's well that ends well with that one then, tea cakes. EBay gum. Let's see. Who else? Have I missed somebody? Jason's here. Hi, Jason. Night's Life Watch Bidding Wars. Stu Mandry's in. Hi, Stu. Good evening to you. The Tap Peddler Derek is here. We've got Kathy. We've got the Monkey Thrifter Peter. John, formerly John of YLM. Now just John. Maybe you should have just called yourself just John. That'd have been good. Just John. Tea Cakes wasn't keen on Bidding Wars. Tiny Jackal is in. Hi, Mr. Jackal. There's a lot of chit chat going on. Green Bear Peaks. Good evening to you. Closet Geeks in. Hi, Joe. Joe will be on shortly. As I said, auctioning that boxing glove for charity. AMPR's popped in along with Rebecca Turner and Left-Handed Hummingbird. Let's see. Santa's in the house, everyone. Everyone give a shout to Santa. Soul Steps. Good evening. Oh, we're going to get to the bottom in record time. No, Belle. Sorry, Tori. I know. It's always a disappointment to everyone when Belle's not here. Because then you're stuck with me. Tommy's in. Hi, Tommy. Hello, England. Krillin says hi. Let's see. She's not recovered. No. There was so much excitement on that train, the Polar Express. If you've not watched it yet, go watch the video I put out. The Polar Express we went on yesterday. It was brilliant. Belle, it was like a dream come true for Belle. She was so happy. I think it's killed her today. You don't find me having no, Kathy, no, not at all. I know you don't nap. Mike Harris is here. Hi, Mike. Hang on a week. Yeah, well, I'll be moving a bit earlier than when you come down, Steve. You're coming down the weekend after. I get the keys on the 29th, Dave, so we're going to be moving stuff from the 29th onwards, and then the weekend we'll have the van. Aaron's here. Hi, Aaron. We've also got Joanne, Vive la France. Oh, come on, let's get to the bottom quickly. Katan's in. Hi, Katan. We're nearly there, but you're all talking such a lot. Rob, top of the morning from Rob. He is in after all. Tommy's in as well, Rob. I think I've pretty much Rich Hitch. I think I've said everybody now, haven't I? Come on, Chris. I think I've said everybody. What's this? Kathy, you have to hit the like button, even if the best bit is the end. I'm deeply hurt, Kathy. Deeply. Richard Payne. Hi, Richard. Also, we've got Anne in as well. Hi, Anne. Yeah, it's just me on my own, Anne, today, unfortunately. Belle's asleep already, probably. Game Boys are awesome. They are indeed. I've got a modified Game Boy, a modified Game Boy Classic with a blue screen, and yeah, I don't play it enough, is what I should do. Mike Calpin. Hi, Mike. Should play it more. Stephen Walker. God, there's so many people. I'm never going to get to them. So, Closet Geek says, sorry for all who said hi. I was stuffing my face. Z's in. Hi, Z. Good evening to you. Wow. Derek says, I enjoyed the show. I'm sure you're talking about bidding wars. It's brainless entertainment, something to watch, not to. Absolutely. I totally agree with that one, Derek. We watched it while having tea. It's kind of thing you have, TV dinner whilst TV's on or whatever. TV dinners, that kind of thing. Are we moving far? We're moving to Torquay from Modbury. So we're moving about 40 minutes north to Torquay, the English Riviera, believe it or not. Sam's in. Hi, Sam. Ooh, did I say hello to Santa? I didn't I? Oh, Belle loved it, Santa. I mean, you should know. You were there. I mean, you said hello to us whilst we were there. You gave us our bells. You gave Belle a bell. Are you trying to say there's more than one Santa? Steve-O's here. Hi, Steve-O. Never been to Peppa Pig World, nor will probably I ever go to Peppa Pig World. Belle got a bell. Yes, she did. Somebody watched it at least. Come on. Aaron Sells is in. Hi, Aaron. And also Peter Ray. Hi, Peter. And Tonks Boutique. Sarah Ellen Tonks is in as well. Ooh. Right, I'm going to stop there because I will never, ever hit the bottom here. Antoinette. Quick as I can. I like to say hello to everybody and make people feel loved. I don't really play mine much. Oh, I need to play mine more. Aaron Tibbet, have I said Aaron? I don't know, but if I have, then that's 2 shout-outs for Aaron. Tom Beresford, good evening to you. And Tam and Belle, a.k.a. Tam and Michelle, actually, because it's not Belle. That's not her name. It's Michelle. So it's Tam and Michelle from now on. Jake's in. How much did the Polar Express experience cost? I think it was somewhere between £25 and £30 each. So I don't think that was bad at all, really, to be honest with you. It's a couple of hours, so it's good. Hi, Joan. That's it. I think I'm there. Lauren Louise is in as well. Hi, Lauren Louise. There we go. B. Johnson. We've done it. Done it on my own. Okay, right. So we've got a busy show because we've got Joe on in about 20 minutes' time. He's in the green room at the moment. I can see him there waiting. Yeah, we're going to auction that signed Ricky Hatton glove, and the proceeds are going to go to the charity Mind. It's going to go in the same pot as the Nick Hills, Andrea Hills, and Laney 90s fundraiser that we all took part in a couple of weeks ago. But it's just whatever the proceeds are, it's going to go into that. So that's very kind of Joe to donate that. And also, I've got some oh no's to do. I've got some shout outs to do. So why don't we just do that first then? It's really hard sometimes when you're on your own when you've got a busy show, because normally I rely on Belle and now I can't find the shout outs.
Shout outs.
So I mentioned it last week that I've had some great offers on my eBay store. Now, I know this is a selfless plug, but at the end of the day, it's my channel, so I'm going to plug it anyway. So I've got to thank everyone, because there's quite a few people who have bought items from my eBay store. I've had a Black Friday sale on 30% off over 500 items, and it's gone pretty well. I've sold quite a bit of stuff. And for example, Mike and Dina, I'm going to give those two a special shout out for purchasing items from us. But thank you. It supports us. The best way anyone can support us is by going and having a browse or buying something from our store, especially for Christmas. But we've got 30% off on like 500 items. Now, if you want to see exactly what we've got on offer, you can see at the bottom of the screen, scrolling across. If you go over to carbootchris.com, I've got a link directly on there, which will take you just to the Black Friday sale stuff. So feel free to visit it, carbootchris.com. That's my link. That's my page that has all my different social links and stuff on it. But I've also got Black Friday right at the top. That's the best way for you to find those items that have got a massive discount on. But a special thank you to Mike and Dina. But there are quite a few other people who have also purchased from me. So thank you all. You know who you are. So much appreciated. Hey, I'll leave that on for a minute. Let's just see if we can. I've just seen Gary Nicholson's popped in. Hi, Gary. Evening to you. I believe you finally got rid of all your stock, Gary, that you were after getting rid of. That's good. I'm pleased about that. Sorry, I'm sure I need glasses. And that's a good point, Steve. Yeah, keep buying, people. Less for Chris to move. Yeah, definitely. Less for Steve to move. I'm going to be videoing it. I'm not moving nothing. Jilly B, good evening to you. Tonks says, my eBay's been horrible. No sales, can't answer questions. eBay's selling page has been jamming for weeks. Tech support were meant to fix it, but didn't. Had my account refreshed twice. Oh dear, bloody hell. That sounds like a bit of a rough one. Sorry to hear that, Tonks. Hope it improves as soon as possible. See what you're all chit-chatting about. Have to wait 72 hours to see if it can be fixed. What exactly has gone wrong with that, Tonks? I don't really understand what's gone wrong with it. Mandy's in. Hi, Mandy. By the way, Michelle is her Sunday name. Michelle it is then from now on. So who watched? Let me take that banner off because it's only annoying me now, so it's probably annoying you. Who watched the bidding wars? Because I watched it. I didn't watch it like live as it went out because I actually forgot about it. But we watched it, and for what it was, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it like I do when I watch Storage Wars because it's almost the same thing, isn't it? I thought it were all right. It's just light entertainment. These people who are taking part. I mean, Kieran was on it tonight, rummage around, and there's other people on it that we all know, throughout the series. But people are not taking part in it as a business decision. I'm pretty sure people are taking part in it for fun, just to have a bit of a laugh, go on TV, and there's no one taking part in it for massive business opportunities here. I mean, this is just, in my opinion, of course, but this is TV entertainment, and I found it entertaining for what it's worth. It ain't going to hurt any of us. Don't worry. We're not all going to go bankrupt because Bidding Wars is on and some people are buying some pallets on TV. Don't worry about that. For God's sake, calm down. But I thought it was just fun. I like that kind of stuff anyway. I like Storage Wars. I like American Pickers. That's a bit different. But I like all that kind of stuff. I just find it entertaining. And, it's not real. It's not real life, really, is it? I mean, yeah, people are buying stuff and then flogging it and we're getting an update on it. So, yeah, but it's for fun more than anything else. I'm interested to hear what you all thought of it. Monkey Thrift at Peters had a 0 sales week. Oh no, that's a shocker, Peter. I'm sorry to hear that. Fingers crossed for you. Let's hope you get some. Let's hope it gets back on track. Belle was struggling to keep up with the chat, so I took over. Closet Geek enjoyed it. I did it on +1 as well, Jason. Yeah, because I kind of missed it, so I watched it on +1. It's not HD though when it's +1, is it? It kind of robs you of a decent picture. Where's the resellers in? Hi. Kathy watched it. A typical Channel 4. Yeah, it kind of was, wasn't it? I think it's harmless entertainment, really. That's all it is, really. Chris Tyler says, I was waiting for him to start fighting. Yeah, that's kind of the difference between like a British show and an American one. The American ones, you'll get a bit feisty, don't they? The selling page where you have options, Chris, like answer questions. Oh, that page, yes. Send offers, been jamming, give me errors every time. Oh, wow. That does sound like a major issue, doesn't it? Can't believe you got to wait 3 days to get it fixed. That's madness. First, but I was thinking the same, Steve. I was thinking I'd have been in for that clothing palette, but the rest I had no interest in whatsoever. I definitely, yeah, I'd have gone all out on the clothing. Mr. Diggs, it was okay. I don't think it'll have a major... No, it'll have zero effect on all of us lot. Really will. It's just a bit of fun, bit of entertainment. That's all it is. Richard says, hi, Tam. It's Tam and Michelle, actually, Richard. Tam and Michelle. Can we get it right from now on, please? Pallets are a red herring. The concept is good. Yeah, I think somebody, who was it? Was it someone in one of the groups that I'm in? Said that, you know, if you were new to reselling, the last thing you'd want to do is to start with pallets because it would be horrendous. So I don't think it's going to bring anyone new. I love American Pickers. I mean, that's another one. It's an entertainment show. Yes, they've got their own shop. They buy all this old stuff, they resell it. But there's a lot of stuff in American Pickers that is set up and is, well, a lot of the research is done by other people, and a lot of the contacts. Oh yeah, we found this guy in Southern California that's got a load of bikes to sell. Yeah, a lot of that stuff is all set up by the production companies. They find these people, you know, they find the opportunities. You know, but I still love it. I love the show. I love the presenters. I love the way it works. But you know, it's TV. You know, half of it's not real. I think the prices were spot on. Closet Geek says. Yeah, I don't think they were far off with the stuff that they were quoting. Peter Ray, it was okay. Now it's special. Just people on a show, really controlled by the production. Was hoping for a punch up. You never know yet. You never know. There's more people to come, isn't there? Oh, we always watch that, Rob. That's another one that I watch. Porn stars. Yeah, always watch porn stars. That's another one. You can always guarantee when there's nothing else on. There's an episode of porn stars on history or something. Yeah, I love watching that. We've been there. We never got inside because they were filming at the time, Rob. But we've been there. We're good friends with Jason T. Smith, and he's been on the show quite a lot. He actually arranged for us to be to get on the show as extras in the background of porn stars when we were in Vegas. And because he got me pissed the night before, I had this major hangover and we didn't quite make it in time. We were like 20 minutes late and they'd shut the doors. So I missed out on being an extra. Now that would have been good, that. Andy, evening. Not sure if that's a genuine Andy. Probably not. Kathy says, I refunded someone whose parcel was lost. It's since been delivered. Buyer's asking how to repay me. Anyone know? It's a tricky one, this. You've got to be really careful what information you exchange. I have done this in the past, Kathy. I've done it. I've exchanged information via messages. But what I did last time I did this was I went onto eBay chat and I asked permission to do it. And they said it was fine. So when you finish a chat with eBay chat or whatever, they always send through a transcript of your conversation. So if anything happens or eBay's bots decide to shut your account down because you've exchanged contact information, then at least you can refer to that and say it was a legitimate reason and I've got proof of it. So that's what I would do before you exchange any information on payments or anything. Then I would just get onto the eBay chat and just make sure that it's in writing, that it's okay. Hi, Ian, as well. Wow, there is a lot of you in tonight. There's 102 people, which is great. I'm hoping some of you are going to be interested in bidding on the Ricky Hatton glove so that we can make some money for charity, which would be nice. Yeah, absolutely, Tonks. Ask eBay live chat. That's what I would do anyway. It's a situation that doesn't come up very often, so it's not like you have to do it on a regular basis. It's just a one-off. No worries, car boot, Christopher or Christian. It's Christopher, if you really must know. That's also my Sunday name. Yeah, I watch it a lot as well. Love porn stars, I know. Secret Carpers in. Oh, Tonks. Tonks has been on the old cycling jerseys like me. Kind of regretting buying 540 cycling tops. Oh, did you buy 2 bales? Did you buy 2 lots, Tonks? I thought you only bought 1. Well, that sounds like that's 2 bales to me. £1, yeah, I couldn't knock the deal. You're going to make a lot of money on that, but it's going to be hard work as well. And like I said to you when you messaged me, I wouldn't bother like breaking your neck to list them now. I'd probably hang on to them until springtime. There you go. Tom said, eBay told me to send PayPal email address when I had a parcel delivered. Yes, and arrived. Yeah, that's fair enough. At least you've got it in writing, haven't you? Laney's in as well. Hi, Laney. We're going to be auctioning something tonight, Laney, to add into the Mind charity pot, which is cool. We'll bring Joe on in a minute. We'll get into that point where we'll get him on. Chris's name, if he went on bidding wars, the Cycle Jersey King. That'd be really good, actually. That'd be good. Yeah. You never know. Stranger things have happened, don't they? Let's see. I don't know. We already have our names anyway, don't we? It's Car Boot, Chris, and Bargain Belle. We've got our names already. You notice everyone had nicknames, didn't they? Tax Shot Tom's in as well. How are you doing with your massive load of stock, Tom? Hope you're doing all right. Oh, you did buy 2. Yeah. That's a hell of a lot of work, that's a lot of work. You know what? You need to probably pay someone to have a go at that for you. Because it's gonna take you a while to get through that one, as Joe says. Dickhead Joe. That's a bit harsh on yourself. She does. She's not happy. Sorry, I clicked that by accident. You know when the chat's moving, you end up clicking someone else's comment. There was a couple on tonight's show from the community. I can't remember the names now. They're not like quite as prominent as like a lot of the YouTubers and that, but I know that some of them are from the community. I'll do a quick oh no before we move on, and we'll get Joe on.
Oh no.
Right, I had a feedback. Thankfully, it wasn't a negative, but it was a neutral. I try not to get myself too bogged down with stuff like this, but it still pisses you off when I'm just trying to get rid of the last ones are just dropping off on the 1 month, 3 month, 6 month. No, 1, 6, 12. When they start dropping off and then another one comes in. But this one's annoying because, and this is probably one of the most common, I think, when it comes to negatives or neutrals, when people complain about the condition of something. when you've clearly stated what the condition is. I did reply to it as well. I did message them and said, would you like to change it? Because I think it's a bit unfair. They never replied, so I replied to it. But this was I sold a Russell Athletic Ole Miss Mississippi Rebels jumper. And yes, it was worn. It had a little bit of wear on the logo on the front, but fully described, lots of pictures. You couldn't really get it wrong. So I replied to the feedback, as you do, and I put, this is very unfair. The buyer received, also they did it on best offer as well, so they even got a discount on the price. The buyer received around 20% off the listed price. There were numerous photos of all aspects, and it contained the following in the description. Condition is used. There are some marks. They may or may not be improved by the appropriate cleaning. The velvet style print has some fading. Please see all pics. I received no contact, and I'm not sure what else I could have done. So that was my reply. I forgot to actually tell you what the feedback was. Their feedback was a nice top, but condition is slightly worse than I thought. Not a big deal though. But it was a big deal enough to leave a neutral feedback when I'd clearly put lots of photos. But anyway, there you go. That was that one. The other one was this thing that I picked up at the weekend. It looked great. For those who don't know, it's a Build-A-Bear, of course. Chewy backer. It looked great when I picked it up. I only paid £2 for it. It's worth about 20. But when I got back, I started going through to list it today. It looked like somebody had had a party with it because it was riddled with party popper pieces. You know when a party popper goes off and it got those little streamer bits of paper? It was covered in it inside and it was stuck. So I had to get like a pair of scissors and go like this. I went with my scissors, and I had to go through his hair like that and get it out. It was absolutely covered. It took me ages. Probably weren't even worth my time at the end of the day. It took me about half an hour to clean it up. So going like that to get it out. So I can't believe I didn't even see it. But there you go. I didn't see it. I just paid £2 and went, because normally they're a bit more than that. Anyway, right, listen, let's get on our guest because we've got an auction to do. There's 102 people in, so it's a perfect opportunity to get Joe on and see if we can get some money for this boxing glove. Let me just get back to the comments. Here we go. Hey, up. You all right?
Oh, let me turn this off because you're probably picking it yourself up. Can you hear me?
Yeah, got you.
Bang in.
How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. You all right?
Yeah, good, thanks. So how's business?
It's all right, yeah. I had a £700 weekend. Lauren had a £1,000 Monday, so that's better.
Bloody hell, what made up £1,000? What kind of stuff?
Sold a statue going into, I say a statue, a figure about this big for £250, I think it was. That's going internationally. And a coffee machine that got picked up locally for £800.
Wow.
So,
was it like a professional sort of coffee shop coffee machine?
Yeah, it's a commercial one.
Yeah.
Been getting well, we've both been getting a lot of that sort of stuff. What's going on, guys? Monkey Thrifter, Oliver, and everybody else has said hello to me. I've been a little bit distracted editing a video.
Oh, don't worry. Do you want to, just for anybody who probably, I can't imagine there's many people in the chat who don't know who you are, do you want to introduce yourself and your channel and stuff?
What's going on, guys? My name is Joe. I'm the Closet Geek. I buy things same as Carboot Chris and Bargain Belle. Buy things and sell it online for a profit. And today I'm auctioning. So it's a little bit of a crossover between something I do. So I resell online, and one of my passions is boxing. I won this in an auction. It is signed by the man himself, Ricky Hatton. To Nick, best wishes, Ricky Hatton, Hitman. I enjoy boxing. Boxing's helped me get through a lot of rough patches in my life with my mental health, and I just want to give a little bit back. So I'm auctioning this today to raise money for Mind. Chris mentioned that Nick, Andrea, and who was it? Nick, Andrea, and
Laney. Big girls really do cry.
And Laney were already doing a fundraiser for Mind. So the idea behind this is whoever wins it, I'll post out. Doesn't matter how much you win it for. If you win it for £1, if you win it for £10, whatever it goes for, that money, please donate directly to their fundraiser, and I will post this out. All you need to do is message me on Instagram with your address.
So is that going to be free? Are you going to post that for free? That's just
clarify.
Yeah,
I'll post it for free. Yeah, I'll post it for free.
That's good. And are we talking UK only on this?
I'll do international. That's fine. If we've got international buyers, it only costs like £15 to post to America, I reckon.
Right. Oh, that's good. Well, normally we say UK only, but if you're willing to do international, then that might get another bid. I don't know.
It's all for charity, isn't it?
So, do you want to let me see if I can put you on the big screen, Joe? Do you want to hold that glove up again so we can see it closely?
Yeah, let's go for it.
I'm not sure actually. I haven't done this in a while. Let me just see if I can put you on solo. There we go. What's that there? So it says to Nick. Is that best wishes, Ricky Hatton Hitman? And what is it? Is it? I assume it's an adult glove, is it, or got to be on it? Looks big.
Yeah. I wouldn't see a kid wearing that. I'd say it's 8-ounce glove. It's a lovely color, yellow. If you got a friend called Nick who likes a bit of boxing, be perfect. Or if you're called Nick. But this, Ricky Hatton is a retired fighter now, and he is fantastic back in his day.
From up in Manchester.
Yeah. Up in your neck of the woods, isn't it?
Yeah. He's got a gym in Hyde, I think, in Manchester, which is not far from where we used to live. So all right then. So we're gonna auction this off. Have you got a starting price, or should we just start it and see if anybody's?
We'll start. We'll let everybody else decide. We'll start with £1. Is Chris Taylor? Is that the fundraiser for the Just Giving? Is that the
yes?
Laney's
That's Chris Taylor.
Yeah, brilliant. So whoever wins, please just click on that link, donate the money straight to there, screenshot that, and show me that you've donated it. That's all I want. And
if you
and your address, obviously.
If you do need a clickable link, there is one in the description of the video tonight of the live. I've put it in there, also with a link to Joe's channel as well, if you want to go and visit that and subscribe to Joe. But right, okay, let's start this off then. So Queenie's come straight in at 20 quid, which is
£20.
Nice. That's excellent. 20 quid straight up. Lived in the next town from me. £20 bid.
Thank you very much, Queenie.
That's excellent. Anyone else from 25? There's 25. Sorry. Mr. Diggs.
I'm not a very good auctioneer, if I'm honest.
You're not?
I'm not a good auctioneer.
Well,
no.
Neither am I, so we'll just mundle through this anyway. Laney's gone 25, but Mr. Diggs was first, so we'll take Mr. Diggs as 25. You're going to have to come up a bit, Laney.
We got Laney's back on 30. She's gone straight up to 30. I think she's the first one in at 30. That's fantastic, guys. Every single penny of this is going to a great cause. It's going to Mind's charity. If you don't know, Mind actually helps people who are under a bit of mental stress. And I think after coming out of lockdown, that's something that's going to be a secret killer. It's going to be the one that hits us the hardest in the long run. I think the mental health is something we really need to start looking at, and that's why we've chosen the Mind charity for this.
Excellent.
It does get overlooked a bit, and
absolutely,
I want to give it a little bit of appreciation. We got Mr. Diggs. Queenie's in there at 35. Thank you very much for your bids, guys. It's amazing.
Jilly says she was a bit busy. What is it again? It's a glove signed by the famous former boxer Ricky Hatton.
There we go.
We're still on Queenie at 35. Any more? Any more for any more? Yeah, everyone's just Mr. Diggs, you're going to have to go up a little bit because Queenie was first on 35.
I'll take 37. I'll take 37. Every little helps. Have we got 37 in the room? Anywhere 37?
Come on, guys.
37.
Let's get this up a little bit. We've got to go up a bit. We're going to end it. If we don't, it'll end on 35.
Going once. I don't know if I can see the.
Oh,
we
it's gone
got
up.
37. We got 40 from Chaz.
Up to 40. Chaz flips. That's better. That's more like it.
Oh, Kathy's gone straight into 50.
Nice.
Oh, no, she hasn't. No, she hasn't.
Oh.
She said something must go to 50.
Don't write a number. Don't write a number, Kathy, otherwise you will pay it.
Well, we've got £40 on the books. That's a good price, to be honest with you. I've seen the Ricky hat and Ricky hat and gloves sell for like anywhere between 50 and upwards, really. I mean, this one's got to Nick. I hope you know somebody called Nick. If you know someone called Nick, you should definitely be going for this.
If you know someone called Nick for Christmas, I mean,
that's all right, Shabba. We've still got the bidding going, but we will start to close the bidding. So bidding at, where are we? £40 from Chaz going once.
Going once. Come on, we're nearly there. Is it worth any more? It's got to be worth. It's got to be worth 50 to someone. Kathy said it. It's got to be worth 50 to somebody on it.
Going twice.
Oh, looks like it could be Chaz flips. If you don't, what's going to happen towards the end here, Joe? When we do
I'll
go
type in the chat, shall I?
Yeah, type it in the chat, because then we know that that's it. There's no arguments.
Okay. Done.
Looks like it's 40 at the minute.
Yep, we've got 40. I think 40 is the winner. There we go. Yes, it is. Not me. I hate boxing. I think boxing is great for the mental health. It's good for your physical fitness and it's good for your mental health as well. I think it's helped me get through some dark times. And Chaz, thank you very much. Please message me up on Instagram. It'll probably be the best. And just go straight onto the link below and donate directly to the page and just give me your address and I'll post this out to you. Hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully you love it. And yeah, I really, really appreciate raising money for charity with us.
No, that's great. That's great. That's another 40 quid in the pot, which is brilliant. I think I looked on it today, that fundraiser, and it's on $5,500 plus.
Is it?
Yeah, plus gift aid. So it's over $6,000. So every penny
counts. What's the goal on it?
Sorry?
What's the goal on it? I
can't remember. I think it's way surpassed the goal. I think last year's big charity fundraiser in the reselling community got about $6,000. So it's there, same as last time. I think.
I feel like the reselling community does give back quite a bit when they do the charity drives. I feel like, I mean, I went into a charity shop the other day and I picked up a big box of video cassettes. I said, what would you do best price on all of this? And they reduced the price from £62 to £50. And I don't think a lot of people didn't like that, but I tried to donate a lot of stuff to them today and they're still overstocked. So I think they're just trying to get rid of their stuff anyway.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it, to be honest. I've done it as well. I've negotiated, especially if you're going to spend a reasonable amount or you're going to buy a lot of their stock. I think it's fair. It's fair game to negotiate because we do give stuff back as well. I mean, we've done 2 car boots in the last few months and everything left at the end we donate, and it's all half decent stuff. And it all goes back to the charity shops and they can make some money out of it. So why not?
Yeah, I mean, the charity shop, what I'm talking about, is literally around the corner from my warehouse. I'm quite lucky to get it. And it's an independent charity. It's only really located in Plymouth. Another sale. Do you know what? Sales are going mad today. It's only located in Plymouth. It's a local charity. And we just go in, we put all of the, we do all of our donations to it. And we do a lot of buying from there as well because they're fairly priced. Oh, an offer, £95. What is that for?
Oh, nice. Take it.
Accept that. Yeah, it's a good
Whatever
offer.
it is, take it. 95 quid.
£95 sale.
£1,000.
There we go. Live. Do you know what? Today, Lauren's done £1,000. I've done £500.
Oh, that's good going. That's
good building up to Christmas. It's not going to be long until I close down.
Are you going to close for a period?
Yeah, I think. I don't like getting returns after Christmas, so I'm considering closing for a period over Christmas, just so I don't have like 100 returns. And not that it hit me hard last year. It didn't hit me hard last year. I mean, I probably only got about 10 or 15 returns after Christmas, but I can do with bringing my turnover down anyway. So,
Are you trying to avoid the old VAT?
well, I think I'm going to be surpassing it. I think 3 months' time I'll be going over it, but 3 months' time is 3 months' time. I mean, that's the way the graphs are showing. That's what my accountant's telling me. So,
yeah,
that's what we're looking at doing. I think it's not avoidable at this point. If I want to keep growing, I need to go past it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if you're heading that way, then there's no point in kind of trying to stem your sales or to stop selling. You might as well smash through it, and then next year you already know your way through it, so you just build on that, I suppose.
I'm looking at buying another company out. So not only having, I mean, I've got £100,000 worth of stock. This company I'm looking at buying has got £30,000 worth of stock. So it would get rid of a lot of the money. You can get rid of that and get in a load of new stock. So yeah, I think it's a good idea, because then I'm not only am I going to go through the VAT and not just crawl past it, I'm going to smash through it and hopefully end up somewhere, instead of like 85,000 having to pay VAT, 120,000. That is probably a better goal than the 85, if that makes sense.
No, yeah,
my first year as VAT, I want to do 120 to 150 in sales.
Chaz says, I think independent charity shops are the way to go. Fair prices to the ones I've been to. The big charity shops are normally the ones who price high.
I feel like charity shops is a great idea, but if they don't price it at like really competitive prices or low prices, it's going to end up stale stock. And there's a lot of charity shops. I mean, Oxfam, I don't know if you know much about Oxfam, but the CEO of Oxfam, you have a look at his wage, what he gets paid a year, and that's supposed to be a charity. Do you know what I mean? I thought charities are supposed to be a volunteer-based sort of thing, but places like Oxfam, they're getting huge wages, like huge wages. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
It's a business. It is a business disguised as a charity. That's the way I see it.
I used to work for a charity. I worked for a hospice.
Did they pay you?
Yeah, I was a paid employee.
Yeah.
But we had, I think there was probably around 100 employees, but that included nurses and stuff, nurses and doctors and stuff like that. But then around 500 or 600 volunteers on top of that.
Yeah.
I
know you get a lot of doorstop workers, a lot of people that go doorstop to doorstop, and they get paid per like sign up. But
yeah, if they have like lotteries and stuff like that, yeah. But I think there's definitely a place for paid people in charities, because you need that continuity and you need that professionalism to keep a charity running.
Now, don't get me wrong, I don't see a problem with a paid job in it. I just see a problem. I mean, let's Google the CEOs.
Yeah, I mean, stuff like that, I understand. I get, these CEOs are earning stupid money, essentially off the backs of charities.
He is on £124,000 a year. National Trust gets £179,000 a year. Prince's Trust £140,000. RSPCA £140,000, and it just keeps on going. And the more you look at it, like Cancer Research, £240,000 a year the CEO gets. Oh, here's a bigger one. Anchor Trust. I don't even know who that one is. £420,000 a year.
That's a lot.
St Andrews Healthcare, £433,000 a year. Wellcome Trust, £445,000 a year. Now, don't get me wrong, the source isn't like the be all and end all source. That was a Wikipedia search there. but I would say like the salaries look about what they're gonna be. Like, yeah, I just don't like it. Like, don't get me wrong. I mean, if you're a CEO and you're a CEO of a business, that's what I see it. But if you're working as a CEO for a charity and you're taking £500,000 a year, I just don't see that as fair. Like, all these charitable donations,
Doesn't
all
seem
of these
right, does
people.
it?
No,
It does not seem right. That amount of money is a ludicrous
it's
amount
just,
of money, isn't it?
yeah, it's a big amount of money. Don't get me wrong. I feel like some people like deserve that sort of money. There's people in the world, like you got Elon Musk's and stuff like that, who are like billions and billions and like, what's he worth? 300 billion. It's probably worth every penny of that. He's a very clever man. He does what he does. But when you're the CEO of Oxfam on £500,000 a year, not Oxfam, CEO of cancer research on £500,000 a year, I feel like that's taken. But yeah, yeah, we're talking a lot about the CEO salaries and charity shops. It's not really. Christ, I thought my £400 a month was good.
How do I apply to be a CEO? Vinegar Jar, hi Peter. Good evening to you. Tonks Boutique said, seen first-hand charities rip people off, so I don't donate at all. I just buy from charity shops and give a donation towards treatment when I take my pet to PDSA. Fair enough.
I do donate. I do try to do my little bit for charity, but I pick and choose the charities. I really do pick and choose the charities. Like, I'll go off and I'll box for like the domestic abuse charities. I'll go off and do that because I think they're charities that are worth me putting my money towards, like these smaller local ones, like Plymouth Mind. Plymouth has got their own little Minds charity. I'll do a little bit for that. I'll go and box someone, and all of my purse, all of my ticket money, all of that I'll put straight into there. I'll just say whatever comes my way goes their way. And I love doing stuff like that because it does raise awareness and stuff like that. But charities like, yeah, I don't want to say what charities I don't want to support because it's not really charitable, is it?
I'll tell you what, though, the last lot of stuff, I do donate quite a lot to charities when I'm having a clear out, a stock clear out or whatever, or after a boot sale or something. But the last lot I took to the tip shop and donated it to the tip shop. And I know that's not a charity. That kind of goes to the council or whatever. But I tell you why I did it, and it was this. Sometimes you turn up at a charity shop laden full of bags, and then what they start doing is they start rifling through it, and they start saying, "Oh, we don't take books anymore, and we don't take this, and we don't take that." So I just think if someone is going to refuse my items that I'm donating for free for them to make money on, then I ain't coming back. So if anyone does that, I don't go back to that charity shop because I just think that is wrong. The charity that I work for, they had a policy that they didn't refuse any donation. Now, I know that comes with a load of crap as well. That comes with cost of getting rid of stuff that was probably going to go to the tip. But they didn't refuse any donation. If you turned up with a bag of stuff, they took it. That was their policy.
There's one that I do like, which isn't so much a charity. It's a page local to me. It's Don't Dump It Plymouth. That's what it's called. Don't Dump It Plymouth. And every now and then there'll be a post on there saying, just post on there what you need. I like to scroll through that and just see who I can help out. There's somebody the other day I gave a ladder to.
That's a good idea. Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that.
Or whatever. You could just post it up, pictures of whatever you've got. Some people use it to get their Christmas presents because they haven't had a good year, like rent, utilities, council tax. Like, we've all been hit hard this year. All of our bills have gone up this year. Mine's gone up by 17%. My bills over my household has gone up by 17%. Some bills have come down there, like because I pay myself less. But yeah, bills have come up. People are earning less money. They're not saving up as much for Christmas. These little freebies, what you stick on Facebook Marketplace that you don't want to sell on eBay because they're only worth £3 or £4. They love this sort of stuff because it's a free little stocking filler for them. Like something they can stick in the stocking for their kids, like ladders. I go off and buy a job lot of ladders from the auction. Like, I only want one ladder, so I'll put the others on there. And they go, people turn up and collect them, and people are really grateful. People are really nice.
Do you think that some people abuse that and take it to sell on, or are these genuine people?
I was considering doing a video on it where I would have used it to go off and get product and sold the product, but then all of that money I would have donated to like Mind or something like that. I wouldn't have kept any of the money. But just to show you can actually start a business from nothing. And I think that's quite important as well, because people who do have nothing, people who are like struggling to build a side hustle or struggling to make enough money to pay all of their bills, they can use things like that. Like, I wouldn't be offended if I put something on there for free and I had somebody who's just started out reselling that, or somebody who just doesn't have very much money wants to come down and pick it up just so they can sell it on. If they are open and honest about that, I would be like, sweet, I love your ambition, take it. In fact, I would probably say, here, I've got some more stuff here on my death pile that I don't want to list. Take that as well.
But I guess the annoying things are when people kind of go on there and pretend to be in need or whatever, and then take it. I mean, be honest about it. You know, say, oh, I'm going to resell this. Is that okay? Then that's fine.
Yeah. I totally agree with you there. Like, if they're being dishonest about it, but I see that a lot in a lot of people's like videos where they'll go off to the boot sale and they're like, oh, have you got a little boy? Like, yeah, I'm going to take it home and give it to him, when it's a reselling video. Like, I'm always on. I'm just like, no, I'm going to go stick it home on eBay. Like,
I'm always honest about it, and to the point where I've often lost a purchase because of it, because they say, oh, I'm not going to sell it to you then if you're going to do that. But yeah, I do. I'm always honest about it. Oh, Steve says, guy went into my local charity shop today and asked if they would take a stack of vintage Land Rover magazines, and they refused them. That's kind of what I'm talking about. It kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth when a charity does that and they refuse somebody's donation. And I realise it might be tricky for them to sell the stuff, but to the right audience, you know, send it up to their eBay department and let them sort of try and sell it.
Well, you see, I think the problem there is obviously charities come out of lockdown. Charity shops have come out of lockdown and risen their prices, which is making their stock turnover slower. So they're not able to take as much stuff. And because they've risen their prices, the only stuff they are really taking in are the stuff that they can still keep the high prices that turn over quickly. But if they went back to actual charity shops selling at charity shop prices, there's a few that I know that are proper granny charity shops. I love a granny charity shop. They're my favourite. But you go in there, it's constantly new stock. They constantly turn it over. Everything's coming in, going out, coming in, going out. And then there's one charity shop in particular in Plymouth that's got Pokemon cards in the window, individually priced. And I tried to give them some advice on them. I had to say, can I have a little look at these cards? I'd look at them. So how come you've put £30 on it? Oh, I saw it on eBay. It's listed on eBay for this much. So I've gone to quickly. I don't want to buy them off you. I don't want to buy these cards off you, but just for a bit of fair pricing, this is how you find your solds. And you've got that card listed for £30. It sells on the regular for £2. So I'm just trying to give a little bit of advice there, because it really stressed me out seeing them in the window. They think they got a shadowless Bulbasaur when they've got a like something completely different.
How did they receive that?
They did not take it on board. They did not listen to me. No, they didn't care. They thought I was just trying to lowball them to buy it, and I wasn't even interested in buying it. Like, don't get me wrong, if you want top prices for them, that's fair enough, that's good. But these prices you're asking are sort of like a little bit out there because you're misinformed about what you're looking for.
Yeah. They're just never going to sell them, are they? They're going to sit there forever.
Exactly.
Blair said, hang on, I just took off. Trash Nothing is a good site for giving away stuff. Trash Nothing.
I've never heard of it.
No, I haven't. And Joanne says, I work for Bernardo's. They threw tons of stuff in the bin. Lots of books wasted. Just terrible, isn't it?
It's a shame. It is a shame because some people, like back from the burnout, she's fantastic with books. There's some other people that are just fantastic at selling books. Like, don't get me wrong, I know she's in Australia, but we have a similar market here in the UK. And yeah, I've done really well with books. I've done really bad with books. I mean, obviously everybody knows the Harry Potters and bits like that to look out for. But if you can like complete sets and sell them on, like, it's always worth trying.
Yeah. Seeing a few prices in charity shops that say $2.99 on eBay for £12. Yeah, I see a lot of that. See a lot of the eBay price. I was at boot sale at weekend. I went to Coypool, and there was a lady selling there. I didn't ask her prices because I wasn't interested in what she was selling, but the guy next to me asked her, and she got a list out, and she had written on her list, she had eBay price, and then she had online price, and then she had her price for the store. So I don't know what it was, but she said, "Oh, on eBay it's $39.99, online it's $49.99. I'm selling it for $20." That's how she was pricing everything. I'm like, it's a boot sale. You're not going to sell it for $20.
There's one lady at Coypool that if I ever walk past her stall, because I'm not very hidden with my camera, I don't hide it, I keep it out, it's out there. And I've walked past her store a couple of times, and she said, can you delete the footage of me? I always delete the footage of her because she asks me to, even if I buy stuff from her store, which I don't tend to buy from her store just because of like the attitude she gives me when I go over to the store. But it's like really, really quite obvious that she's hiding herself as a small little business there. And yeah. I just, yeah, I like, you do your thing, I do my thing, but you know, I'm not here for the government to catch you like making yourself a side hustle. I'm
not being funny, but people they're not sitting there watching all our boot sale videos trying to catch people. They're just not. They've got better things to do, you know.
Yeah.
They're not trolling boot sale videos. Oh, that's Mrs. Smith. We've been after her for ages.
They'll probably look at your bank.
I don't even think they'll
look at your bank and just be like, well, this person's receiving an extra £2,000 a month that's unexplained.
Exactly.
Can you explain that to me?
They're not going out looking for boot sale videos. There is one particular person who really doesn't like me filming.
Is that at the same boot sale what I was on about?
No, it's a different one. I'll tell you about it afterwards. But yeah, we've had a couple of conversations. Can we say? We'll leave it at that. Right. Anyway, let's see. Now it's up to you, Joe. You can stay on if you want, or you can pop off. It's up to you. But I might see if anybody else wants to come on. It's free for all night, so
I'll stay on. Yeah.
Okay.
If anybody else just want to come in and chat.
Let me share the link. If anybody in the chat wants to come on and have a chat, reselling or not reselling, doesn't matter. Where's my invite button? Oh, there it is. I've not done this for a little while. Copy that. You're anyone welcome.
Jay says you always know the tax evaders when you've got the camera on. It is true. It is true. I always keep it out there so everyone can see it there.
I never hide it. I don't. You've seen my setup anyway. I've got like a strap on, as I call it. I've got a strap on across my chest, and it's there. It's literally, that's my phone. It's here. It's very, very visible. You can see it a mile off. And normally people inquire about it, and I explain what I do, and I give them a little card with me YouTube on it. If they want to go and view it, I give them one of these and say, that's me YouTube. If you want to go and check that I'm legit, you can go and see all the stuff on there. If you don't want your face on it, I'll take it off. But most people are pretty happy with it. They're fine with it.
Yeah. A lot of people don't mind it. They just say, is that a camera there? Or am I going to be on TV? Are you putting me on YouTube?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. But I if people ask me, I always just cut the footage out of them.
Yeah.
Like if they don't want to be in a video, they don't want to be in a video, and there's no two ways about it. I'm not gonna put someone in a video who's specifically asked me not to be.
Yeah.
Putting them in there.
I mean, the law actually says that it's filming in a public place is absolutely fine. There's nothing to stop you doing it.
A lot of the places that we go to car boot sell are actually private fields. You got to think about that.
It's covered by the fact that it becomes a public place when it's open to the public.
Okay.
It's covered by that. It doesn't matter if it's paid entry or not. When it's open to the public, it becomes a public place. And the only caveat to that is if there's a sign that's been put up by the owner that says no recording or no video, then you have to respect that. But if there's no sign or there's nothing else, then sorry, it's a public place.
I'll tell you what I started today. I think I sent it to you. Did you see that little video which I sent to you earlier?
I've not. Have I seen it? Oh yeah, your little animation.
I started doing animations for my videos.
Oh, it makes it a bit different, doesn't it?
It's my new little intro. I thought, this was a bit of fun. I've been watching too much YouTube recently. I haven't. I've been up at 5:30 every morning to get in the gym, and I've been quite consistent over the last couple of weeks. But like when I go to bed, I'll just sit there watching YouTube, and a lot of the animations crack me up. And one of them showed us how to do the animations. I was like, I'm gonna have a go at that, and it took me like 2 hours to produce a 9-second video. So that's in my video now. It's there forever.
Nice. Well, at least you're trying, aren't you? I've got a couple of people in the background waiting to come on. We'll start off with Ivy Julie Harvey. Oh, there was? Yes. Hey, you all right?
Hello.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, I can hear you.
Are you on your mobile? You're a bit like laggy.
Yeah, I've got mobile Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay. How are you anyway? You okay?
Yeah, not too bad.
Thanks for popping on. Have
Got
you been
the
on
laptop
before?
working. No.
Oh, you're very brave coming on first time.
Yeah.
There's a bit of lag.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. Right, let's bring on a couple of others. We've got
people got waiting.
We've got Peter, we've got little Steve as well.
Hey guys.
How you doing, Chris? You all
Hello.
right?
Yeah, good, thanks. You all right, Steve?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. You?
Yeah, excellent, thanks. Nice backdrop. You got your little toys piling up there in the corner.
I just said to us, I'm just going to pop upstairs for 20 minutes.
How's
a
Peter?
neat shelving unit that is, compared to my load of trash behind me.
One sec.
You've got a Commodore there, haven't you?
Yeah, it's all this stuff. It's not listed stock. It's kind of like keeper stock.
Are you on your mobile? You're a bit like lag. We've got some echo from someone. Ivy, have you got audio on?
Yeah, I have.
Can you turn it down just a touch?
There we go. Sorry about that.
Or is it you, Steve?
No, it's not me.
Yeah,
Right,
it's turned
30
down.
seconds. All right, thanks, Ivy. Ivy, do you want to tell us a bit about yourself? Are you how involved in reselling are you, if at all?
Yeah, I've been doing it for over 20 years.
Wow. Okay.
I collect from charity shops and warehouse clearances, household clearances, and basically we resell what's good, and then whatever's not good I make into other things. So I recycle whatever that can't be sold.
You like upcycle stuff? Do you change its purpose and stuff, or?
Yeah, upcycling.
Yeah. And whereabouts are you? Where are you based? Oh, you're very brave coming on third time.
I can still hear you.
Ivy? Where are you?
I'm in Cornwall.
Right, let's bring on a couple of. Ah, right. Not far from us then, eh?
No.
Let's bring.
competition.
No, yeah. You're closer to Joe actually. Joe's a bit closer to you. We've got Lainey in as well. Hi, Lainey.
Hey,
Hello.
How are
I just thought I'd say thank you to Joe for donating the glove. So I thought I'd
well done, mate.
That's
Thank
all
you
right.
very
Don't worry
much.
about that. It wasn't me anyway. It was Chaz who donated. I just provided the stock.
Yeah. He for winning, didn't he? Won it. But,
Sorry?
for winning it. Was it Chaz?
Chaz.
Yeah,
was
Chaz won it, yeah.
Flips or Chaz Flips, I think. You just need somebody called Nick. You need
Yeah.
somebody
Yeah,
called
I'm
Nick.
a bit better now.
A Nick with a K.
Nick, yeah, exactly.
I was
So-
going to send it. If I'd have won, I would have sent it to Nick Berry from Nick, you see.
Yeah.
Just put a note. Every loser wins.
Yeah, that's it.
He's got that video due out soon, hasn't he, for his Nick Berry kissing
Yeah, I'm
evening.
looking forward to that.
That'd be
It's not like
interesting.
he's been going anywhere to get out of that.
I've heard rumours that it's in different scenarios. That's all I know.
All
Watch
right.
this space. Should be a laugh.
Lainey, what's when I looked today, it was 5,500.
Yeah,
That's fine.
yeah.
So that's
Nice.
brilliant, isn't it? Plus you got gift aid on top of that as well, haven't you? So it's...
Yeah, and I've got the calendar sales to put in as well.
Oh yes,
So,
of course.
yeah, I need to see how much is left. How many calendars I've got left, then sell those. So hopefully another 1,000 roughly.
Who's beeping?
Oh, it's me. Sorry.
Right. What is it? What is that?
It was like a football.
Oh, it's not
tune.
mobile.
Oh,
It's not mobile. That old mobile went for a burster this morning, and now all it does is just beep.
I get you. What's on movie chats this week, little Steve?
Well, just more mayhem than usual, really.
Or is it movie twats in it? I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much for that reminder there, Chris.
I missed the opportunity there.
We have 2005, and we're watching ID2 and The Cable Guy.
Oh yeah, I need to watch ID2. I forgot about that.
Yes, I've got to
Have you
watch
seen
it
the
tomorrow when
Eternals?
little one's in school.
What do you say, Joe?
Have you seen the Eternals yet?
No, I haven't. I've watched. What have I watched today? I watched Venom 2 today.
I was told
that.
about the Eternals on the school pickup because I've
Yeah.
never even heard of it. It's the latest Marvel thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
But I've been reliably informed by like an 11-year-old that it's completely rubbish, and
I've
the
read
Lego
bad reviews about that as
the
well.
Lego kits are rubbish. Everything's rubbish.
Yeah, it's got Angelina Jolie in it, though, hasn't it? So
I don't know. I mean, I'm not up on it at all. It's like I say, it's the first I'd heard about it. But you know, that is your classic 11-year-old reviewers. Straight from his mouth.
I'll tell you
No
what
holds
really
barred.
surprised me is Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi is probably in my top 3 all Marvel films ever. Like, that's how good it was. That's how good I thought it was. My missus didn't. She didn't think it's very good at all. But I very much enjoyed it. I thought that was a banging film. It was like right on level with Black Panther, I think.
Yeah, I've still got to watch that one. I've got it ready to go.
You won't be disappointed. You will not.
No, I'm
be
looking forward to it.
I think it's got like the comedy of Ant-Man, and it's got the sort of like
What film was that, Joe? Sorry, I was reading the chat. What was it?
Shang-Chi.
Yes. Oh, actually, let me just interrupt you 1 second, Richard. Yes, Richard said, "Did you see the panels for Venom that he's got?" Yes, I did. the second that came on the screen, I was like, I know who's got them. Yeah, he's got 2 massive panels, hasn't he, from the Day of the Dead sort of party that he's at. But yeah, I did see that.
Kathy says you could use the pink stuff to take the K off the glove, and then it would be all right for Nick. I'm not sure he's into boxing anyway. I'm not sure he's into boxing.
I don't know. I think he might be. He used to be a police officer, didn't he?
Yeah.
Not that that's
Does that have a direct link to it?
No, it doesn't. No, but
Yeah, they hit me.
it's like quite surprising, isn't it? When you watch Nick and watch his videos, it's like, oh, this guy used to chase criminals on the street. Like you don't. But then again, I can say the same about you, Chris. So.
Well, there you go. I was just going to say, what does that say about me? I did it for 13 bloody years. Jesus.
I used to teach. I used to teach outdoor leisure, kayaking, climbing. That's what I trained to do as a profession.
Really?
Yeah, I used to practice by going off of waterfalls. And do you know, I watched a video the other day of like some of the waterfalls that I used to go off, and I was like, nope, wouldn't ever do that again. That looks like a death sentence. I used to teach people to climb, to kayak, to do all these really cool, amazing things what everybody wants to do. And because I taught it, it just took the love of it out for me. I just didn't enjoy it anymore.
Oh,
I've done that. Well, I've done a similar thing. I did that. It's called coast steering, I think, where you just go, just pick an area of coast and you try and jump from one area to the other. And there's bits where you jump down into the water and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I used to teach that in Torbay.
Yeah.
A little bit of it down there.
Yeah, it's got a thing to do, but I wouldn't want to do it every day.
Oh no, it's great fun though, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you find a spot where you can do like some really big jumps and stuff like that, you wouldn't bother doing the coast steering part. You'd just go do a jumping part, wouldn't you?
Mm.
I wouldn't see you doing that, Peter, for some reason. I don't know why.
Well, I am talking probably about 15 years ago.
Oh, okay.
You know, so I haven't done it recently. But so now I used to do all sorts of things. I did I've done kayak when I was in Australia. I did lots of kayaking and done kayaking in Wales as well. So,
all right.
Yeah, done a fair bit of that sort of stuff.
Didn't see that of you, but a nice one. Yeah, that's cool.
I'm not an outdoors person at all.
I'm not really, apart from being in Scouts for a while. I did get the Chief Scouts Award once.
Ooh, look at you.
Have you still got it?
Somewhere, I don't know. Tonks said somebody's bought 14 T-shirts off Tonks Boutique tonight. Wonder if they're going to resell them. Have they spotted something? That's what I reckon.
It's good going.
Shall I spoil a little bit more fun because I've been I found this seller on eBay that just does loads of auctions of vintage clothing. And you know when you buy vintage clothing by the kilo, and you'll get like, I know each item works out to like £4 or £5 or something like that each. He starts all of his auctions at 99 pence. You get to pick his size, like large. Obviously, I'm always going for the large. I'll send you a link to his eBay, Chris. But it tells you the grade of the clothing, the size, and each item. No one's bidding on it. It's all going for 99 pence each.
That's amazing. Because you've got the protection there, haven't you? Well, you know, if you don't like it, you could send it back. But at that price,
yeah,
you almost can't lose.
At that price, I'll stick it on a boot sale for £3.
Yeah. Peter, I don't see much in the way of clothing on your Monday listing.
I used to do a lot, probably about 5 years ago, and it's not something I will go out to source. Last time I picked some up was I got it from the same place you got all those cycle shirts, and it was really because I wasn't sourcing at boot fairs, and I thought, well, I'll give it a go, and it was okay, you know. But as soon as I can get my teeth back into my usual kind of, you know, electronics and general boot fair stuff, I'm on that. Every time I sell a bit of clothing I got from a charity shop like about 4 years ago that just hasn't shifted, I'm so happy. Like I've just sold tonight something for £8. Which hasn't made me much money, but I'm just so, like a sea salt top or something. I'm just glad to get rid of it, you know. So no, I don't do a lot really. I know some people really sort of focus on it, but
They're my
Not-
favourite sort of
not-
sales. They are.
Yeah, it's
Those
not
small
me at the
things that
moment.
you always thought were going to be good, that weren't ever good, and it's worth £3 or £4, but you've had it listed for a year, and
Yeah,
somebody finally buys it. Like
It's
jeans
all-
and jeans, because I bought
Yeah.
too many in one go. I love it when a pair of jeans go out. I can't wait till they're all gone.
I mean, the thing is, you were talking about charity shops earlier, and back when I was first reselling full time, which is kind of like 2000, what, 5 years ago almost. Yeah, I'd go and spend a morning sourcing in local charity shops, and I'd spend like 200 quid, 300 quid maybe, and I'd come home with like 6, 7 bags full of clothes. And it got to the point where that wasn't happening, and I go out now and I can find hardly anything. It's not, so I haven't sourced in charity shops for a long time. So it totally changes what you are going to sell on your store. So I mean, that's the reason for it. And I put in the comments actually that the whole thing about charity shops hard to source from. I get a feeling it really started in the southeast and spread, because I was moaning about it a couple of years ago, and I said, if it's not happening to you in your local area, it will do, especially in the main high street charity shops, because it's only something that's just going to get on the increase. And you find, it is more and more. It's more and more difficult to get anything from them.
So I think
But
it's
yeah, I
more of a
don't mind
mindset thing. I do think like the way you source is sort of like a mindset thing. I don't enjoy charity shops, and right, a lot of stick on this one. I don't enjoy boot sales. I don't enjoy them at the minute. I enjoy buying from house clearance guys. That's my favourite way of sourcing at the minute. So when I go to a boot sale, I'm like, well, everything here's overpriced now. It's not because it's overpriced. It's because I'm not got my boot sale eye on anymore. I'm not looking as hard as what I would normally do when I first found the passion for boot sales, which I've recently got back. I do now enjoy a couple of boot sales, a couple of ones, the way they run it, I enjoy them. But when I go to a boot sale and I don't enjoy the way it's run, I don't enjoy like the crowds and things like that. I don't enjoy the hunt. I don't get the thrill.
Yeah, I mean, if you know sort of house clearance guys or just sort of general dealers, and you've built those contacts, it makes it so much easier, because you don't necessarily have to meet them at a boot fair. You can just give them a ring up and say, have you got anything, and go and see them, and that makes sourcing a lot easier. Shadowtron's asking me about my name. I noticed there.
Yeah, I've left that up, Peter.
The story behind the name is it's one of the first things I sourced. It was I think it was a piece of Spode pottery, which was a vinegar jar, and I thought surely that'll sell on eBay. Who doesn't want a vinegar jar? And I think it cost me £2, and I put it up for like 15, then 12, and 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then took it off. And I used it for my Instagram account, and then when I set up my YouTube, which was probably a couple of years ago, or maybe 2-3 years ago, I couldn't think of a better name. And I'm constantly thinking I should put something in my name about reselling, because it's just the most obscure, bizarre name you could find. But in some ways,
it might help the search a bit, Peter, because I know
it's a bit of a unique one, isn't it?
I added the eBay reseller to the end of my name for that reason, to maybe get found in searches a bit more. But I don't know if it worked or not.
I took the eBay reseller off the end of mine because I don't just do eBay reselling on my platform. I like to upload Pokemon content and stuff like that.
We are the same. I mean, we are a mixed channel, but at the
one
moment it's predominantly reselling.
Because you don't.
I need to make a move, guys. I need to make a move. So thank you very much for having me. Chaz, please send me a message on Instagram. Just give me your address, screenshot donation, and I'll get this sent out for you tomorrow if you can get that all to me before then. I'll catch you all again soon. Thank you for having me, Chris. I'll see you later, everybody else.
Bye.
Thanks,
Cheers,
mate.
then. Bye.
Okay, bye.
90% of clothing isn't worth the effort. Yeah, you've got to know what you're looking for, definitely.
The thing is, with clothing, I found that clothing really changed the game for me, really, because I was kind of doing a certain level, and then when I went into clothing, it kind of we went up, like sales wise. It seemed to sell a lot. Now 50% of what I sell is now clothing. It's got to be easily 50%.
Yeah, I think if you're able to find like a really good source at a good price with generally good quality stuff, and you can rely on that.
Yeah.
It's all about anything. It's finding reliable sources of stock, and if you're right, if you can just get 10 kilos, 20 kilos in, and then just crack on with that.
It
You
is
can rely-
difficult. Don't get me
It
wrong.
is difficult, yeah, but
it's
you can
difficult.
rely on a certain amount. You know how to do it. You know you're going to get good stuff at a good price, and
But
you can
it's
just
a-
crack on and do it. You just still got to put in the work. Yeah,
It's the profit margins, and profit margins can be really good on clothing. You can pick something
They
up
can-
for £1 or
yeah, they can
£2
be.
and then flip it for 50, 60.
I mean, my general rule of thumb when I used to buy at charity shops was like, if I'm picking it up for like £4, I want to sell it for at least 4 times that, and that
Yeah.
is like the minimum. And of course, sometimes you might pick up some, maybe a jacket for £8 and sell it for 90 or something like that. I think I had that. I got like I forget, it was some famous make of raincoat which sold for a lot of money, but they were few and far between. And like I say, with more charity shops actually going through and checking eBay and having a list of labels that they will pull out and not even put on the shop floor, it just became more and more difficult. So it was a kind of like time v effort thing, and I thought, well, I'm better off spending my time just trying to source elsewhere, really. But yeah, I can see the appeal.
Yeah, definitely. Lainey, how many calendars have you got left?
About 90, but I need to count them. I had 200.
Wow, you've done a lot then, haven't you?
Yeah, I sold a lot. It's madness, to be honest. But I'm going to give them another shout out. I know Nick and Andrew said that I can jump on their channel probably near the end of this month and sort of advertise them fully. But I want to count them first just to make sure that, like, you know what I mean? I don't want to sort of. The worst thing is I wrote them down, but then I gave a few away in like auctions and just the odd sale or giveaway or whatever. So I'm not exactly sure how many. I think about 90, but I want to make sure. Something else I've been doing is getting some of like me pictures and that, and I'm gonna give them out as like presents and stuff for Christmas and whatever. Like family and friends and that. And I've got. Can you see that?
Oh,
it's like it's an owl, obviously. Okay. It's on like aluminium, like on a sort of flat thing, which is.
Is it like a sign?
Yeah, it's like metal. But
that's
like
nice.
Obviously it's covered in plastic and it's got like the fixtures and things. I just was like thought it was a different way, rather than a canvas and that. So funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like the owl.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like the owl. It's really nice.
That's cool.
A spectacled owl, and he's called Marty.
Marty McFly.
Marty McFly. No, he's actually named after because that's what I said, and he went, no, he's named after Marty out of it's a kid's cartoon. I think he was the zebra.
What's it called? The one with that kind of bloke in a doctor's coat. What's that called?
Madagascar.
Oh, not the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, Madagascar, but it's cool.
That's nice. Ivy, are you charity shops or car boots predominantly?
I do a mixture of both.
What's your preference?
Well, when I've got a lot of stock that I haven't been able to sell, I do the car boots, but then I'm selling at the car boot, and then I'm searching for stock because I'm going around the car boot. So
yeah, I think we all do that.
So yeah, I do sell at market stalls, but I tend to go towards the car boots. I sell more at the car boot than I do at a market. And I sell
I've
more.
never sold at a car boot. Never sold.
You haven't?
No.
Yeah, I've done a car boot last weekend, and I made 75. and then compared to the market I'd done, I only made 25.
Oh wow, that's a big
So I'm
difference.
selling more at a car boot sale and more on the car boot sale than I am on eBay and Facebook combined than I am on the other items. So it's so I will still sell on eBay and Facebook, but I'll probably sell more on the car boots. So
Why
go
do you
more
think-
towards that way.
Why do you think you sell more at a boot sale rather than a market store?
I suppose it's people can pick it up and look at the item, and they can check the item and feel it and all that sort of thing, really.
But
And
you can do that. You can do that at a market store, can't you? So
yeah,
why is it
I
better at a boot
suppose
sale?
that, like, being weekdays, you don't get that many people coming through.
If it's a weekday, yeah, I get that.
You get more at the weekends than you do during the week. So, although
That's
saying that, doing Nuki summer car boot on the Tuesday and Thursday, I did get quite a few coming through, but they're normally the holiday makers.
Yeah.
So I'm down at Nuki during the summer months, and then, but normally during the winter months, it's normally like places like Truro and Weybridge and like other ones as you go down. So
I think we went down to Newquay and we went to a boot sale in Newquay in the summer. Might have done a video on it. I can't remember now. It's a bit of a trek from here. It's about an hour and a half, so it'd have to be a day out if I was going to go to that one. I couldn't be asked just going and coming back in one go.
Yeah, I've got a habit of like going around different ones and and try to make an honest buck, basically. So
yeah. Peter, how many boot sales have you got near you to choose from, like in the summer?
Oh God, loads. I mean, I've probably. Well, let me think. I could probably choose from at least 10.
Really?
And that's within 30-mile radius. I tend to stick to the usual ones, which is the closer ones, because they're good. But you do find that sometimes after you've been to them week after week after week, it's good to go because you see the same.
Yeah.
So when you start seeing the same stock, it's like, hang on, I saw that, especially towards the end of the season. So occasionally, I like to go a bit further afield. I'd love to try, go for some real drive outs next year and maybe try. I mean, because I'm near kind of Croydon, South London, and to go over to, go down the south coast. That wouldn't be too much of a stretch for me. It's probably only about just over 40 miles, but just go to some that Night's Life goes to, or places, because we go down South Coast quite a lot. So to go down to Littlehampton or to go over to sort of like George's area and try a few there, because when you watch other people's videos, I mean, not so much now, but I used to think, God, how do they get that stuff? Have they got better boot fairs? And of course they haven't, But it'd be good just to experience a few different areas.
Everyone's got a different eye, though, haven't they?
Everyone's got a different eye.
Well, Gloucestershire has some really, really good ones.
Where's that, Ivy? Where's that? Sorry.
You've got a few in Gloucestershire that are really, really good ones.
Yeah.
Gloucestershire, they've got one that runs on a Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday, but I can't remember the name of the place. Sorry, I do apologise. Yeah. But you can do a Google search on it, and it normally comes up. Another good one is the Cheddar Market Boot Sale, which they have on a Sunday, and that's another really good one as well.
Get there first. Well, I mean, it's weird. I mean, I talk to people around here, obviously, watch a few of George's walking around a car boot, and sometimes they sort of say, it doesn't seem to be, because our car boots, you get this sense of being surrounded by other resellers. And all the people who are selling a load of rubbish and they're overcharging for it. And kind of everyone's like, wow, Georgie's ones look really good. It looks like there's no one there, and they're just laying out all these reel-to-reel machines, and they're really dirt cheap. But the reality isn't like that. It won't be like that at all. It'll be you'd probably get there and be frustrated as you are at your local boot fair.
Oh, definitely.
But I think it'd be a good experience to go check a few other ones out. Sort of, maybe drive 40, 50 miles and make a morning of it and maybe meet up with some of the resellers. I think that'd be a good thing to do.
Good idea. But Nick and Andrea's app that they're releasing, that's going to map as many car boots as they can possibly put on it, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
That's what it sounds like. So that'll be useful. Like if you're going on, like say, like a staycation somewhere or a little holiday somewhere in the UK, then you can hopefully be able to look at their app and see what ones are local.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. That'll be good.
We'll also have all the charity shops on as well in the area.
Oh, charity shops as well.
Uh-huh.
God, that's a task, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I'd love to do the charity shops in Wales because when I was doing clothing, I used to watch a lot of Instagrammers who did clothing, Chatty P and lots of the Welsh ones, I think, Fake Rachel and that. And they're always talking about their pound rails in Wales. And I was just like, pound rail? With disbelief that they're picking up all these labels. But that's a little bit far for me to go to Wales, I think.
Yeah. You'd have to be there for the weekend, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And another man.
Yeah.
I like sort of just going for a day out somewhere to a boot sale and or going for a day out, should I say, and finding a local boot sale or something, or doing a charity shop run somewhere. As I like doing that.
Sure.
When I went to the last Hitchin meetup, I was with Peter Rose in the chat actually, and we went round and had a look at the charity shops on that square where the pub was. Kind of like, and I was thinking, right, now we get to see Nick's charity shops. Here we go. We're going to get loads of stuff. And of course, all the other resellers were there that weekend anyway. But it's just exactly the same as my local ones. It's not a lot here. So.
It's all pretty much the same, isn't it?
Are you going to the Hitchin meetup this year?
I'm not, because we're going to be moving next week, so it's going to take us a while to get sorted. So I'm not going. But who else is going?
I haven't planned to go yet, but I kind of like last time when I went up, it was a real last minute decision, so we'll have to see how I go with that. Why are boot sales at ridiculous times?
It's always a question that baffles me. I don't understand why it's so early. Don't get it.
So it's the early bird catches the worm sort of thing.
Oh yeah, definitely. But why does it have to be at 6 a.m? Why can't it be at 10 a.m?
There has been many times where I've slept in my car overnight for a 6 a.m. start.
Wow.
Really? No, surely not.
That's dedication for you, that.
Yeah, I've done that because next to livestock market one starts at 6:30 in the morning, and I literally slept in my car overnight, ready to be the first one in, be the fifth one in the gate, and the following morning.
The thing is, though, Ivy, you're only the first one to the first stall. After that, you've lost. Because everyone's just going to walk past you.
You spent hours in the car sleeping at night, mate, and you've just ruined it for her.
That's just my opinion, by the way. But sometimes, right,
but by 8 o'clock, by 9 o'clock in the morning, after everyone is like come in and they've got their first £50, and they bugger off to the next show, I'm still there. And I'm collecting all the rest of the money that they've lost out. So
fair enough.
It's swings and roundabouts, really.
Yeah.
So
I just always think, why is there a need? And I know Joe, right? Joe does it. Joe likes to be really early at the boot sales, and he gets there like first in the queue.
Well,
I
don't
see much point in it. I don't.
I don't think there's much difference between if you're first in the queue and if you're like 20th.
If you're 20th or
queue.
30th,
But
yeah.
if you do turn up like an hour later,
Of course.
every
Yeah.
stall would have been picked through. So
I don't see much difference. If you're in the queue when it opens, I don't think there's any difference. Because
unless you walk in and find like something that you
yeah,
know
if
you're
you've
going
got
to buy
your
for
eye on
£2
something
and
amazing that's at that
but
stall, then
yeah,
that's
you're
great.
right. Once
But-
you're in, it's all luck,
Yeah.
knowledge. You know, that's about it, really. You know, luck upon stumbling. I mean, it's funny. I talk to guys every time you sort of see someone with a good pickup at a boot fair, and you know, I'll go to a boot fair, and I'll probably know about 7 or 8 other resellers there, and there's always one of us who's picked up something like. So I picked up a Game and Watch at one for £2, and other people have picked up, you know, I don't know, combi DVD video recorders that are worth 250. And yeah, you kind of go away from that boot fair thinking, "Oh, I wish I'd picked that up." But really, what you've got to think is, in that whole boot fair, I mean, how many Game and Watches are there? How many Atari Jaguar consoles are there? You know, there's probably only one. You know, one real rare gem, and there are a lot of people looking for it. So if you get it, good for you. But if someone else gets it, you know, it's their turn. It's just luck of the draw a lot of the time.
The boot sales up here, they start at 12:30, so it must be just a northern thing.
I think they must be lazy up there.
They're literally like, if we did it at 6 o'clock in the morning, no one would turn up. Are they literally? They'd all be hungover after the Saturday night out on the town.
Yeah, people are still coming in at 6 o'clock in the morning and going to bed and then going to boot sale.
There are some around here that are not like crack of dawn. The one that I like to go to, that I've done videos on, the Peacock Meadow and Koi Pool. That's essentially the same boot sale, but they move the location of it depending on the time of year. But that starts at like 8 o'clock, so you can kind of live with that. That's not so bad.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of others. Some of them start at like 11 a.m. There's one at Exeter that starts at 11. If you pay £8, you get it in at 11. Otherwise, it's 1. So yeah.
Yeah,
so there are
that's
some
race
later
course.
ones. Sorry, Ivy.
That's for extra race course.
Yeah. You can pay £8 and get in early before everyone else, but it's a lot of. I think that's quite a lot, £8. But
then you've got to try and make that money back. So if you arrive there early and you set up your stall early, you've got to somehow make that money back. But if it's a bad day, then you won't make it back. So
yeah,
it's a bit of a swing in the roundabout sort of thing.
Yeah,
might as well just pay £10 and sell at the place and then get around to a little bit.
But they're getting wise to that though, Lainey. They're getting wise to it. There's some that have got rules now that you're not allowed as a seller to go round buying from other stalls before everyone's been let in.
You see Tonks's comment there. The boot sale she goes to at 4 a.m. has all the house clearance guys, but the sellers who sell at the boot sale buy from them to the people who get there at 6. It's just like classic, but you know,
I can believe it though.
That's the chain, isn't it? You know, and that's the whole point of it. I mean, if the prices are right, that'll work.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like, you know, talking about charity shops earlier. I think they kind of, you know, thought that they can charge a price, you know, an eBay price, and really they should realise where they are in the chain of things. That, you know, they're getting free stock, and they could, I think, make a lot more profit, and certainly get a lot more turnover by shifting things at a lower price. But there you go. That's it's the way it is, and you have to deal with how it is.
Steve, when was the last boot sale you went to?
It's been a couple of months ago now. I've not been to many of them recently, but I think ours runs up literally until Christmas. But we're just getting bombarded with a load of dealers, really. There's not a lot of genuine sellers. And then it's similar to what you were saying, is that they'll go around and they'll pick up the stuff beforehand and then just shove it on their stall. But No, I tend to just pop into charity shops where I can.
Yeah, I mean, you get all your pickups and your Blu-rays and stuff at charity shops mostly, don't you?
Yeah, it's dangerous, mate. It's absolutely dangerous for me.
Do you know? Have you got a couple of charity shops that you really like to go to because they'll do you a good deal?
Well, yeah. I mean, I do. I basically have a bit of a routine. So whenever I pop into town, I always tend to go in the same places. I had one woman today say, do a deal for me on something and said to me, "Oh, well, you're a really good customer, so I want to help you out." I was like, oh, "Thanks for that." So that's always nice. Then I've got a couple of others that are like, "Yeah, if you want to have a look in the back, just pop down."
Oh, nice. Yeah.
That's
So,
nice.
yeah, I've got the relationships with them, but it's only because I've spent a fortune.
Well, I've been into all my charity shops, and like I say, these were the ones where I'd go every week and spend like a couple of £100, and I'd say, like, you know, if I buy a lot of stuff, is there any chance of sort of, doing a deal or being able to look at stuff? And I just said no.
Well, yeah, I mean,
there's no
we've
discussion.
had a couple of them where the area managers have changed, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Yeah, can't really do that."
It's all on the manager, isn't it? And how they want to run.
Some of the charity shops in our town, they do like 6 items, like, so like you can get like books, records, CDs, DVDs, games, and all that for like 6 for £1, and then you can go like next door to them, and it'll be, say, like British Heart Foundation or whatever, and they'll be like £2, £3.
I've had the same thing today. I bought some today, which were some like 80s scary movies, and then that was like 6 for £1. And then I went into one, and it was like they wanted £1 a DVD. I was like, "No, you're all right." But then I did spot this in the back, and I'd asked her about it, and she was like, "Oh, do me an offer on it."
Oh, nice.
Oh, what's in Grommet?
Yeah, brand sealed. She was like,
what is it? A figurine or?
It's an Airfix.
All right. Oh, don't show Lana
that. But yeah, it said, so I'll do me an offer on it. She sold it me for £10.
That seems pretty good.
It is. The prices are all over the show, to be fair. Yeah, eventually. But I've just got to make sure my son doesn't open it because he loves wallets and grommet. So when he came in here a second ago, I was trying to hide it as best I could.
Mate, Chris, I need to shoot off now.
Okay. Thanks, Peter. Cheers for coming on.
Thanks for having me on. See you later.
No worries.
See
you later.
See you later. But yeah, I picked up this little guy the other week, only for like 50p or whatever, but it was tagged. Anyway, I left it on the side like an idiot. So the second he walked in from school, that's the first thing he ripped off it.
Ripped the tag off it. Oh.
Yeah, so it's now shoved there.
He needs lock on the door.
Yeah. Honestly, I was so angry with myself because I'd left it in the kitchen, not thinking. And literally, the first thing he did when he walked in the door was like grab it and went, ripped it off. I was like, no. So we've got he's got the bigger one downstairs, and he's just run off with Garfield.
Mr. Diggs has got some cracking charity shops from what I've seen.
Oh yeah, Mr. Diggs is nailing it though, isn't he? With his
he's picking loads of stuff, and he's
going
into books now as well.
Temp and stuff like that as well.
You've got that as well.
Yeah,
I think that's quite unusual now to see it that cheap.
There's still quite a few like independent ones here, like that. You know what I mean? Probably at least half of ours are independent, and so they tend to be a lot more cheaper.
AMPR says, I don't like to go in the same charity shop more than once a week because I assume because the stock doesn't change enough, maybe. I'm kind of the same.
It doesn't, but in the same breath, I always have that in the back of my mind that I might have missed something.
FOMO.
Yeah, literally, it's like they might literally be putting something out that I've just not seen. It's a horrible feeling.
You're just obsessed. You need to stop buying. If you're moving soon, you need to stop buying stuff, Steve.
Don't worry, mate. I'll be calling in a favour.
I know. I was waiting for that.
I'm Belle to come and help me.
Yes. I'm too busy. Belle will come and sort it.
Well, I was talking about DVDs. I picked that one up for 50p.
Oh, Dark Skies.
Yeah, but it moves.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
got
it
the
moves.
lenticular
It
thing in it.
does move with it. So it's like a 3D
Lenticular.
effect. It's
Yeah, it's a lenticular cover in it. That's cool. That's really nice.
Have you got that one, Steve?
Oh yeah, I've got it. But I picked up some on Facebook the other day. But it's like a £5 for like Vicar of Dibley, Father of the Bride, Bad Girls, Life on Mars, In Sickness and Health, the goodies, and I only paid a £5 for it for that because them things are good £20.
Oh yeah.
Do
It was good, that
So,
series.
you
well, I've got
collect
it.
most of them?
I've got it
Go
on
on,
Blu-ray
Ian,
as well.
I was just going to say, do you collect most, like, of all types of stuff?
Yeah, literally.
He's
Yeah.
a hoarder, Laney, basically. He's a hoarder.
Yeah, that's basically it. It's the reason why
He
she
hoards
wants a bigger
good
house.
stuff. Oh, Ivy's gone.
Oh, bless her.
AMPR said partly because, but they might be worried because they might think that he's a reseller. And see, that don't worry me at all, really. I was actually in our local, I think I said it last week, I was in our local charity shop, and I very rarely buy from them, but I got those books last week, and she because I was checking them in the shop, and she asked me, "Oh, are you checking the prices?" So I said, "Yeah, I checked the prices." So she knew straight away I was a reseller, and she was like, "Oh, I'll do you a deal if you want a few." So that was refreshing.
It swings and roundabouts for you, that though, isn't it?
Yeah.
You get it the opposite way sometimes.
Jonathan says, "What are your tips to new resellers?" Oh, well, my main tip to new resellers is to use that the custom label on eBay as soon as you start up, if you're expecting to sell quite a bit of stock, especially, so that you know where to find it.
That's
in the right
literally
box.
the first time you've answered that question and never actually said the same thing.
What do I normally say?
Start with things in your house.
Oh yeah, that's that one. Yeah, but I'm not saying that one because I always say that one. But you could start with stuff in your house.
Yeah, because you might not like it when you realise you've got to package it off and take it to the post office and all of those things,
Good
isn't
point.
it?
The listing
because
bit is the boring
not
bit.
as easy as what people think being a reseller. It's hard. It took me. I had about 40 orders today to do, and it took me about 3 hours to get all the packaging done this afternoon. You know, it's not easy.
It's the starting that bit, isn't it, as well? Once you start, I mean, I haven't done reselling for years, but like once you start to do the packaging or to do the listing or to do whatever it is that you don't want to start doing, then you're fine.
You get into
Yeah.
a rhythm. It's just that
I
first
think
The
one, innit?
motivation and the rhythm and
The only
being.
bit you don't need the only bit that I found you didn't need the motivation for was the sourcing part of it.
Well, yeah, because everyone loves
That
it.
was
Well,
easy.
most people love that bit.
Yeah.
Because that's the addictive bit, isn't it?
Hmm.
As
See,
Julie said,
I'd
I
prefer
was thinking,
listing
actually.
than I would packaging and posting. You know what I mean? When I did it, that's what I preferred.
Yeah. No, totally. Some people love the packaging part of
Yeah.
it, but I just don't really.
No.
Ashley's
I'm
picked
not-
up My Little Monster plush.
Where's that comment, Steve? I can't find it.
9.55. Ashley says I popped into my local charity shop for a nosy.
Picked up a little monster plush, no handcuffs and not vintage, but still not bad.
Yeah, definitely. I've got my
If
guy
that's
on.
working.
Ashley sent me a little friend.
Oh, that's
Tiny.
cool.
It's cute, isn't he?
That is
That's
cute.
cool. So, are you rested up now, then, lady? Now you've after that mad week.
What mad week? Oh, from the thing. You know what it is, and it's and I still haven't started the video that I'm supposed to have done, but I don't even know how I got through that. I think there was a lot of motivation sort of edged my way via Susan and Ian and
Yeah, definitely.
Sharon and Nick and that, and because I kind of struggled a lot, like weirdly doing charity stuff for Mind, and I struggled a lot mentally.
Yeah.
So,
It's that extra motivation for you, isn't it?
well, if it had just been for me, if it was
Yeah.
doing something just for me, I wouldn't have done it. I would have just wiped it out. But because obviously it was doing it for the charity and everyone was involved and people were like, you know what I mean? Like,
Night, Claire.
I felt like I had to be involved, had to do it. But
Mm.
I really struggled, to be honest, really struggled. And I know,
Mate, you
like,
were awesome.
the 9 weeks of not being outside. I've been outside this week and it's made a massive change, and it's like just
Good.
mentally
Good.
still need a lot of building up to do, like, because I was like able to sit sort of 6-7 hours, well, 5-6 hours, speak Lenny, 5 or 6 hours in the wheelchair, and I lost all my stamina from sitting up, like,
Yeah.
and it's so weird when you first go back to sitting up because you go really lightheaded and you're a bit like, whoa. So I've had to build back up again. So I'm up to about an hour and a half. But the weather's changed loads. Like, I was still wearing
mate.
t-shirts.
Jesus.
When I
Freezing.
got out, it's bloody.
It is freezing, isn't it?
It's freezing
Like,
down here.
I
Yeah.
thought, I'll go at the park, right? Thinking I'll go at the park. Anyway, it's like blinking. I think it was 3, and then it said it would be like 1. But you know when like the wind is stinging your face because it's so cold.
Yeah.
It was like that, and I'm like, last time I was out, I was like in a t-shirt and a cardigan. This is not fair.
Chris gets that all year round with his microclimates.
It's normally pretty warm, to be honest. It's
been freezing.
You very
though, hasn't it?
rarely get like a proper frost here, and you hardly ever get snow down here in Devon. It's weird. You hardly ever get snow. Like when you're getting snow up north, we don't get it.
Yeah,
down here.
we forecast like for snow next week, I think, or the
Really?
next week. Yeah.
I'm just hoping it's a nice weekend, Chris, when we do that move.
Oh, I hope so. Bloody hell! I just don't want rain. I don't want ice either driving that frigging Luton van.
Then for you moving.
Sorry, Lainey, go on.
I'm saying, have you not got a date yet?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
We get the keys on a week today, week Monday. So 29th of November, we get the keys. And we're going to move some stuff during the week, like in our cars. Just like the loose bits and bobs that you don't really package.
Yeah.
Basically, all his collectibles that he doesn't want me and Steve do it.
There you go.
Handling.
And then
like, to me, to you, for them too.
Like Hermes.
Like the Chuckle Brothers there.
Chuckle Brothers,
I'm looking forward to it.
And then at the weekend after, so the weekend of is it around the 5th or something?
Yes, I think like 3rd to 6th or something.
I've got a van hired, and the 2 Steves are coming down to give us a lift.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, it'll be fun.
Awesome.
Looking forward to it though. Looking forward to getting the keys and just getting in there, just so we can see the house again, because it's been a while since we looked at it.
Really?
And for Christmas as well, so that'd be nice.
Yeah, definitely.
New Christmas with the Christmas tree, and then just cardboard boxes everywhere where they've not actually moved.
No, I'm going to bust a gut and get it all put away and lofted or whatever.
That seems like a challenge, that, Chris.
Well, it did when we moved here from up north to this house, this rented house. Within a week, everything was back.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I couldn't live like that. I just did it every day until it was.
You have been buying bales though since, so.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Do you think you'd ever get back into reselling, Lainey, or?
I'd love to. I try to get the kids to involve, but
how old are
they? 25 and 28. But they both just look at it as a hate it. You know what I mean?
Are they working? Do they do?
Yeah. But like, well, I tried to get my daughter involved because, like, when she was about 18, and I was like, well, I'll do all the list and then I'll live that side of it. But she would do all the bit that I couldn't really.
Mm.
She absolutely hated it. So
It's not for everybody, is it?
lasted about 3 weeks, I think.
Yeah, it's not for everybody. It's hard. I know I tried to get Annabelle's lad involved because he's showed an interest. He's like, you could see me flipping stuff and making some money. So he was like, oh, I might try it. But he wanted to do like the expensive trainers and stuff,
Yeah.
like Balenciagas and all that, like Off-White and stuff. But it's not easy because there's a lot of fakes out there and there's a lot of people wanting to scam you. And he was coming across these problems. And, you know, it's a lot harder than you think. Because one of his first things that he had to deal with was a return from Germany because someone thought it was fake.
Yeah.
Wow.
Kind of puts you off early doors when you get something like that.
See, like for me personally, if I was wanting something designer and buying something designer, I'd go
Nice, Stu.
to somewhere official. You know what I mean? I wouldn't buy designer from Amazon or eBay or anything like that because I wouldn't trust it.
It's very hard to know if what you're getting is genuine.
Yeah, I can hear that as well, Jason. Can you hear that echo?
There is a bit of echo, but I'm not sure who it's coming from. I'm just muting people.
It's only 3 of us.
I know. I just muted you all, but hang on. Let's turn Steve off. You speak, Lainey.
Me speak.
Right, it's Steve. Steve, you're the culprit.
How is it me?
I've investigated, and that is my conclusion.
Right, okay. Right, well, I'm going to shoot off anyway. It's not always me, Kathy. No, I'm being shunned away, so I need to go and get little man sorted. So I'll speak to you all later.
Good
Well,
night.
Take care, night, guys.
Night, Steve. Night. Thanks for coming on. Well, it's just me and you, Lainey.
Right.
We're pretty much done anyway because we hit 2 hours. So this is
Wow.
way past what I should be on anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
It kind of flew by.
Yeah, I know. It does though, doesn't it, once you sat here chatting for a while. But it's hard for for youngsters. They just think coming in and it's going to be easy. Oh, I'll buy this and then I'll sell it. And it just ain't that easy. And you've got to learn the platform as well. If you've not used eBay, you've got to learn the platform.
Yeah.
It takes ages to, like understand the ins and outs of how everything you do changes the way something sells. It's not easy at all.
Me and my sister did. You know what you said years ago? So I think it was 98. Because the kids were young. I think it was 98, and we did that thing where we cleaned our house out and we poured on. You know what I mean? And then we'd start because we've always done charity shops and car boots and jumble sales and all that since we were kids. Like my mum used to do them. You know what I mean? So. And then we started spotting things in the charity shops. So then we invested in a load of personalized stuff, and we got it for really cheap. It was like a bargain what we paid for it at the time, and we were selling all that off. And it had like children's and adult stuff in it and stuff like that. And then. Eventually, like she was getting married, and it just so that sort of drifted off and we stopped doing it. But I always had like the bug for it. But also, I was struggling a lot, because she would do all the bits I couldn't. If like my anxiety or my mental health was really bad, I couldn't get a house some days, and then eventually I didn't go out at all at one point, so I couldn't do it anymore. And then like I said, I tried to get kids involved when they were older but weren't interested.
Yeah, no, I know it's tough, isn't it? Yeah, It's definitely not as easy as you think. Tonks says this person who's buying all these t-shirts has now bought 18 t-shirts off him, all animes. I mean, that's cracking. Is that off that job lot, Tonks? You know, from the mystery boxes that we all went round buying that time. Was that out of there? Because if so, I mean, that's a decent sale.
Anime is a big thing, isn't it? My nephew really likes them.
I'm not really into it, really, and
No, it's not my kind of
I don't
thing.
have I think you need to have a bit of knowledge about it, and I don't have a lot of knowledge on anime either.
Yeah.
I think if it's something cheap enough and it's anime, you're going to probably do all right. You know, if it's 50p or £1, but you know, so there's some really expensive figurines, but I don't know the characters or anything. So
no, I haven't got a clue either, and I think it's such a vast thing as well. There's like so much of it, isn't there?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's a Loot Crate April, Mr. Oh, at least you've shifted some of that stock because you had loads of it. That's good. Right, we'll call it a day here, guys. I think we've hit 2 hours, 5 minutes. Oh, I just wanted to ask one thing of the people left in the chat. If anybody can recommend to me I'm after a pair of lights, you know, photography lights, but these are the mini small ones. I want the bigger ones for the new house because I want to set up a new like photography area. So I want the floor standing ones that are bigger. Can someone recommend to me some decent lights? I don't want to, you know what I'm like, I'm thrifty. I don't want to spend huge amounts of money. Because go on.
Oh, I was going to say that. What about the ones Nick has? They're bigger than them in the sense that the plate is bigger, but they're not bigger as in they're not on the floor. And I do believe they're still on his.
Is it on his links?
On his, yeah, I would assume so. But
I'll have a look.
I know that the plate part of it is probably at least double, if not more.
That's like, if you look at my hand, it's not. These are just mini handheld lights.
No, it's definitely bigger than that.
Because really, I want some bigger ones, and ideally, I'm thinking about like mounting them on the ceiling so that they point down into the area. So I don't know, but if anyone has really good ones that they can recommend to me, just send me a message. You don't have to put it in the chat now if you don't want, but just send me a message on Instagram or Facebook because I'm in the market for some, and there's Black Friday sales on Amazon that might be useful as well.
So sticks are half price, I noticed.
Yeah, there's loads of electronic stuff.
Yeah. Flippin' Sloth says, did he just say he's 50? But I think he said just thrifty, and he's
50. I've got ages yet before I hit that. A good 20 years yet.
I ain't got that long. 20.5 years.
They seem to go for circular lights now. I have all mine fixed to the ceiling and walls. That's what I'm looking for, tea cakes, ideally. That's what I want. If anyone has a good set of larger lights, send me a message, will you, so I can look them up. Other than that, we're done for this week. Now, there's no show next week, guys, because we haven't got any internet anywhere on that day. So there's no show next week. We'll hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be back the week after, but we'll keep you informed on Instagram and Facebook and stuff. I've seen that, Jay, Hard Life. Yeah. And thanks to all the guests to come on, especially Joe, because he donated that glove.
Yeah,
which
you,
put £40 in the pot, which every penny counts. Thanks, Joe. And all the guests, including Lainey as well, who's the last woman standing.
Yes. Technically not standing, but we'll go with that.
Well, it's a technicality. Yeah, that's it. That's it. So all I will say to you, I'll leave you with this thought, is when you get an offer coming in, like a best offer, just think to yourself, are you a seller or a storer? And if you're a seller, just get it sold, because it'll help the rest of your sales coming through. It will help you get more sales. Get it sold. Let's get some movement on your account. That's it. Are you a seller or a storer? See you later, everyone. See you in 2 weeks.
Good night.
Thanks, Lainey.
Thank
Bye.
you. Good night.